Welcome to the Philippines' premier motor show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa. Here are our features on this edition of our electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A hatchback from Suzuki, the all-new Celerio, and a subcompact SUV from Honda, the all-new HR-V V-Turbo CVT. Plus a comparison of two pickups, the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete Black Series versus Toyota Hilux GRS. On Autopedia, we'll talk about rating and understanding a dyno chart. And together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have the highlights of Suzuki Celerio Media Drive as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kaya-kaya ang kargo mo ng tatak na ito. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of our electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Suzuki. Hatchbacks are known to be fun and practical vehicles. This car review takes a look at one that exhibits both qualities, the all-new Suzuki Celerio.
Suzuki Philippines has rolled out the all-new Celerio GL, confident that it will find owners looking for a fun yet practical hatchback. Suzuki describes the latest generation Celerio as a compact hatch with a spacious interior. But at 3,695mm long, 1,655mm wide, and 1,555mm tall, the Celerio is still properly a subcompact hatchback, although looking a lot larger than its predecessor. Suzuki has decided to eschew the boxy design of the old Celerio, giving the new one well-rounded corners and surfaces. A minimum ground clearance of 170mm and 2,435mm long wheelbase that pushes the tires to the very corners give the Celerio an SUV vibe. The Celerio fascia has a retro look with a black oval grille with a single band of chrome flanking the Suzuki badge and leading to the distinctive multi-reflector halogen headlamps. The body color bumper frames a black lower grille which in turn frames round fog lamps at the corners. The rear also features distinctive LED combination lamps and reflectors on the bumper. The 15-inch black alloy wheels also look distinctive, wrapped by 175/60 R15 tires. Other exterior features include 2-speed intermittent front wipers with washer, rear 1-speed wipers with washer, rear window demister, body-colored outside mirrors that power adjust, antenna mounted on front roof. Like its predecessor, the all-new Celerio GL has a surprisingly roomy interior that can seat 5 adults, with 295 liters of space for cargo in the rear. More, with the rear seats folded, it folds 60/40. No smart entry system, but it does have remote control door locks with hazard lamp. central door locking with the switches on the center console, and power windows in front and rear. It also comes with manual air conditioning system complemented by a pollen filter. The rotary controls for the air conditioning are on the center console with an easy reach of driver and front seat passenger. Suzuki describes the interior design as energetic, bringing one's senses alive. The description fits within an interior featuring a lot of lines, angles, curves, and circles. It's got a large analog speedometer and a small digital tachometer. The front passenger and driver seats manually adjust 4 ways. The fabric seat upholstery looks and feels rich. The 3-spoke steering wheel tilts and comes with controls for the audio system. There's a front console tray that comes with drink holder. The front and rear doors also got drink holders. The all-new Celerio GL comes with a 6.2-inch touchscreen audio unit with an anti-glare touchscreen, WebLink 2.0, Bluetooth and USB connectivity, and placed through speakers on the front and rear doors. There's also a 12-volt accessory socket on the front console underneath the aircon controls. Lift the hood of the all-new Celerio GL and one finds the 1.0-liter K10C dual-jet engine that generates 67 horsepower and 89 Nm of torque. While the power numbers may not seem impressive, the engine provides enough grunt to make the Celerio a fun drive, considering it only has a curb weight of 805 to 830 kilograms or a gross vehicle weight of 1,260 kilograms. Suzuki claims the all-new Celerio achieved a 28.25 km per liter fuel efficiency, a claim validated by the Automobile Association of the Philippines. This makes the Celerio, which is offered with either a 5-speed manual transmission or an auto gear shift system, all the more attractive to motorists looking to save on fuel costs. The AGS is an automated manual transmission featuring intelligent shift control actuator that automatically operates the shift and clutch to bring convenience to manual driving. Think of the AGS as an automatic gearbox with the fuel efficiency of powertrains with manual transmission. The Celerio features Suzuki Hardtech platform that both light and highly rigid, which makes the subcompact hatchback a fun, safe, and an economical daily driver. The suspension system uses McPherson struts in front and torsion beam in the rear. The Celerio brake system features ventilated discs in front and leading trailing jumps in the rear. Ride and handling is helped along by electric power steering. The all-new Celerio that arrived in the country comes standard with anti-lock brake system and electronic stability program. The Celerio with AGS comes with an added hill hold control. The Celerio with AGS also comes with what Suzuki calls the Engine Auto Stop Start, or EASS, system that on certain conditions shuts down the engine automatically, like when coming to a stop. Suzuki says this should help prevent unnecessary fuel consumption while limiting exhaust emissions. Other standard safety features include 3-point ELR seatbelts for 4, plus a center lap belt in the rear seat, ISOFIX child seat anchorages, child seat tethers, child-proof rear door locks, dual front airbags, rear parking sensors, and immobilizer.
With listed prices of just 708,000 pesos for the one with manual transmission and 754,000 pesos for the other with AGS. The all-new Celerio GL looks like a hatchback of good value. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Autofocus. We now have the latest auto industry news.
The BMW Motorrad booth was among the crowd drawers at the Makina Moto Show at the SMX Convention Center in SM Mall of Asia. Showcased at the booth were the BMW R1250 GS and R1250 GS Adventure, the BMW M1000 RR, as well as the iconic BMW R18 and BMW R9T in Urban GS and special variants. Among the highlights were the BMW R18 Spirit of Passion by Kingston Custom, owned by the Euro Monkeys, and the Nostalgia BMW R7 by Enmoto. Spencer Yu, president of SMC Asia Car Distributors Corp., says the return of the Makina Moto Show is a significant event for the motorcycle riding community and the country as a whole.
Aside from it being significant for the industry, it's also very significant for the country in a sense that this is a very strong sign that we're coming back to normalcy after 2 years of having the pandemic. So it's great to be back, no? Back to seeing people, back to seeing friends again that we've been absent from for almost 3 years. So yeah, that's, I think, for me, the most significant thing about this show.
Ford Philippines is looking to claim a bigger stake in the pickup and SUV market with the launch of the next generation Ranger and Everest. Ford touts the next generation Ranger as the smartest, most versatile, and capable compact pickup with new improved capability and comfort, advanced technologies, and smart connectivity. Ford hypes the next generation Everest as a rugged, refined, and fun-to-drive SUV that blends adventure-ready capability with exceptional comfort and customer-focused technology. Both arrive with a 5-year, 150,000-kilometer warranty, which Ford Philippines Director Michael Breen says will enhance the ownership experience of the new Ranger and Everest.
We're really excited about it because we're also talking about the next generation Ford. What do I mean by next generation Ford? What I really mean is an enhancement to the overall next generation customer experience. What underpins that is our 5-year, 150,000-kilometer warranty that we're just announcing today.
Ford offers multiple variants for both the Ranger and the Everest, price points conducive to sales.
With the next generation Ranger, we have 8 variants available, with the starting point on the next generation Ranger is 1,299,000 pesos. On Everest, as far as the options or variants on Everest, we actually have 5 variants available on Everest, and the starting price for the Everest is at 1,799,000 pesos, and which is just terrific when you think about the equipment and the way the vehicle is equipped. We absolutely expect increased volume on the Ranger and Everest compared with prior years.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
All-new Isuzu Mu-X. Take the lead.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Here's our comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head to Head. In this edition of Head to Head, we pit 2 special variants of pickups: the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete Black Series versus the Toyota Hilux GRS in a spec-to-spec comparison.
Car companies love to turn out special variants of models to perk up the market. This includes a pickup segment, 2 cases in point, the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete Black Series and the Toyota Hilux GRS. The Mitsubishi Strada Athlete is 5,305mm long, 1,815mm wide, and 1,795mm tall, with a 3,000mm long wheelbase and 220mm minimum ground clearance. Mitsubishi also lists the dimensions of the Strada Athlete pickup bed as follows: 1,520mm long, 1,470mm wide, and 475mm high. The Hilux GRS is longer, wider, and taller than the Strada Athlete at 5,320mm long, 1,900mm wide, and 1,815mm tall. The Strada Athlete Black Series is black and features blacked out accents. Blacked out are the front dynamic shield grille, the side mirrors with turn signals, the styling bar, the rear spoiler and front bumper, and the 18-inch black alloy rims wrapped by 265/60 R18 tires. Like the regular Athlete, it also comes with side decals that extend from the rear door to the tailgate. The exterior of Mitsubishi's Black Series pickup features daytime running lights, LED headlamps with leveling device, LED-type rear combination lamps, front undercover, front skid plate, front and rear fog lamps, high mount stop lamp, door sash, variable intermittent windshield wipers with washer, front towing hook. The Hilux GRS comes with B-beam LED headlamps with auto leveling function, LED daylight running lights, LED front fog lamps, and LED rear combination lamp with line guide. It also features fin-type antenna, body-colored wide-over fenders with black garnish, gloss black sports bar with LED deck lamp, and 18-inch GR design alloy wheels strapped by 265/60 R18 tires. The GRS also comes with bed liner, intermittent windshield wipers with time adjust, hood lift and tailgate assist function, as well as outside rear view mirrors that power adjust and fold. The Strada Athlete Black Series comes with a keyless operation system with push-button start and keyless entry. The cabin features orange and black leather upholstery with the Athlete mark for the seats and trim. Also wrapped in leather with orange stitching are the gear shift, the parking brake lever, and the 4-spoke steering wheel that tilts and telescopes and comes with switches and buttons for audio and cruise control. The driver's seat power adjusts 8 ways. The front seats have adjustable headrests. The rear bench seats for 3 has 3 adjustable headrests as well as fold-down center armrests. The dash features gloss black and silver accents and an instrument panel display with high contrast meter and LCD-type multi-information display. Standard comfort and convenience features include power windows, power door locks, bottle holders, and door pockets and doors, cup holders on floor console and rear center armrest, grab handle, sunglass holder, map lamp, day and night room mirror. The 2-wheel drive Strada Black Series has a single-zone automatic air conditioning system. The 4-wheel drive variant gets dual-zone air conditioning with rear vents. The Hilux GRS is equipped with smart keyless entry and push start system. The interior features suede and leather with red stitch upholstery for the seats. The driver's seat power adjusts 8 ways. The front passenger seat manually adjusts 4 ways. The rear bench seat folds 60/40. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather with red stitches and features a GR emblem, paddle shifters and controls for the audio and phone, and the 4.2-inch TFT multi-information display on the instrument panel. The Hilux GRS is also equipped with power windows with auto up and down function with jam protection, speed sensing door locks, dual zone automatic air conditioning, cruise control, 2 12-volt accessory outlets. The infotainment system on the Strada Athlete Black Series features a 7-inch touchscreen display with AM/FM, GPS navigation, Bluetooth, auxiliary in and USB ports, and mirror link. It plays through 6 speakers. The Hilux GRS comes with an 8-inch display audio system with AM/FM radio, Bluetooth, USB, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, Smart Device Link, Miracast, and 6 speakers. The Strada Athlete is powered by a 2.4-liter VVEC intercooled and turbocharged direct injection diesel engine that generates 181 horsepower and 430 Nm of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission complemented by Tiptronic paddle shifters. The Athlete 4-wheel drive comes with Super Select 4-wheel drive with off-road mode. The suspension system features a front independent wishbone with coil spring and rigid elliptic leaf springs in the rear. The brake system uses ventilated discs in front and leading trailing drums in the rear. The Toyota Hilux GRS is powered by a 2.8-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine with intercooling, generating 204 PS and 500 Nm of torque mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission and a 4x4 drivetrain that comes with auto disconnect differential and differential lock. The Hilux GRS suspension comes with monotube shock absorbers, front double wishbones, and rear leaf springs. The brake system uses GR brake calipers on the front ventilated discs and rear drums. The Black Series Strada Athlete is equipped with anti-lock brake system, electronic brake force distribution, and brake assist, driver and passenger side airbags, 3-point ELR seat belts for 5, Tether anchors and ISOFIX, speed-sensing door locks, laminated windshield, as well as a reverse camera. The four-wheel drive variant gets additional hill descent control, forward collision mitigation system, ultrasonic mist acceleration mitigation system, blind spot warning system, and auto high beam, as well as reverse sensors. The Hilux GRS comes standard with anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, as well as vehicle stability control and hill start assist. It is also equipped with downhill assist control and panoramic view camera and monitor, 6 clearance and back sonar sensors, 2 in front and 4 in the rear. Also added for safety are driver, front passenger, side curtain shield, and knee airbags. 3-point ELR seat belt for 5 with pre-tensioner and force limiter for the driver and front passenger. A child restraint system using ISOFIX and Tether anchors, and the Toyota vehicle security system with a mobilizer.
Sometimes special edition variants can be all about aesthetics, but oftentimes it comes with additional technology for performance and convenience. Comparison should reveal which special edition is which.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado restaurant, only for the foodies.
A promise is not always easy to keep. But when it is to the ones you love, it's unbreakable. For all your unbreakable promises, Ford Everest.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. When Suzuki Philippines launched the all-new Celerio, it highlighted the hatchback's fuel efficiency, so it did not come as a surprise that Suzuki Celerio Media Drive became a competition of sorts on who can get the most mileage from the funky hatchback on a drive to the Metro Tulipa in Batangas.
We are here now in Batangas, where we invite media partners to drive the all-new Celerio.
Well, we decided to go here in Batangas because of to avoid the traffic in Manila. At the same time, we found all Group Farmstead to be the conducive spot to do the activity. Starting from the exterior, the all-new Celerio has a new stylish body, bigger dimension, which offers bigger interior space as well. And although also it is packed with several technologies from Suzuki. So starting with the engine is equipped with a dual BBT, dual injection system, and also with electronic auto engine stop-start technology. The interior is quite surprisingly big for an A segment. So it has an expanded legroom, expanded shoulder room, and more passenger distance. And of course, an expanded luggage space as well. A fuel consumption, it offers, based on our recent internal test drive as observed by Automobile Association of the Philippines, we got an 28.25 kilometers per liter. Well, this is basically because of the several new technologies that are included on the Celerio in order to achieve the maximum fuel efficiency. So one of them would be the new platform, the Hardtech, which provides lighter underbody. Second would be the AGS technology, which gives fuel efficiency of a manual transmission, and also the new engine, which is aimed to provide more fuel efficiency. The Celerio is available in the manual transmission and an AGS variant. The price starts at 708,000 for the manual transmission and 754,000 for the AGS. Please expect more exciting product from Suzuki that we are going to introduce in the succeeding months. I would like to invite everyone to please come and visit the nearest Suzuki in your area and test drive and witness the all-new Celerio. Or you can also visit our website at www.suzuki.com.ph.
The Suzuki Celerio Media Drive certainly confirms much of what Suzuki highlighted when it launched the all-new Celerio in the country.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes. To race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. The all-new Honda HR-V is here. Car review checks out what's new in Honda's popular subcompact crossover.
Subcompact crossovers or SUVs are now among the more sought-after vehicles in the local market. They are mostly affordable, fun to drive, and versatile. Great as the daily drive on weekdays now that many are returning to face-to-face work at the office. Great for weekend road trips and adventures now that road trips are no longer restricted. Some are stylish, sporty, or both. Honda Cars Philippines is banking on the newly arrived all-new Honda HR-V to be among the most popular in the crossover segment. After all, Honda sold more than 7,000 units of predecessors since it debuted in 2015. The formal unveiling of the third generation HRV revealed a crossover that is more sleek than sporty, although Honda says it went for the sporty look in the development. Nonetheless, the new Honda HRV looks stylish in a stately sort of way. Two variants of the new HRV were unveiled, the V-Turbo CVT and the S-CVT. The top-of-the-line V-Turbo is 4,385mm long, 1,790mm wide, and 1,590mm tall. Just a wee bit longer, 55mm longer to be exact, but just as wide and tall as its lower-priced sibling, the S-CVT. Interestingly enough, Honda lists the S-CVT as sitting higher above the road than the V-Turbo CVT, 196mm ground clearance compared to 181mm. The added length can be easily explained by the Sport-Type front bumper with the amp-up line as well as the Sport-Type spoiler that distinguishes the V-Turbo CVT from the S-CVT. Other distinguishing features are the black mesh-type grille, the platinum headlight extension, the dual tape pipe finishers, and of course the turbo emblem. Both, however, share full LED headlights that come with auto on-off function with 15-second timer, LED daytime running lights, projector-type fog lamps, side-turn signal lights integrated in the side door mirrors, LED taillights with light bar, LED high-mount stop lamp, short-tin antenna, tailgate spoiler, and rear intermittent wipers with washer. The V-Turbo CVT can also be distinguished from its sibling by its 17-inch gray alloy wheel strapped by 215/60 R17 96/8 tires. Honda has gone on the premium side to sell the new HRV with the V-Turbo CVT getting more of the pricey stuff, like the rich leather upholstery for the seats. But the fabric upholstery on the S-CVT doesn't look shabby at all. In fact, it looks quite rich and yes, sporty. Also wrapped in leather are the steering and the shift knob. The cabin of the HRV V-Turbo CVT also looks positively posh with the black and silver accents. No silver accents on the S-CVT. The HRV can sit 5 adults comfortably. The driver's seat slides and reclines and adjusts for height. The front passenger seat just slides and reclines. The second row features Honda's patented ULT seat, ULT for utility, long and tall. The seat for 3 splits and folds flat 60/40 and comes with a rear armrest. The V-Turbo CVT dash and instrumentation is quite tidy and modern with a 7-inch digital display. The rotary knobs for the air conditioning look cool and make controlling cabin temperature quite easy. Both trims of the new HRV comes with a single-zone automatic air conditioning with a new air diffusion system that cools the cabin more efficiently as well as rear air vents. Both variants of the HRV share the same 8-inch touchscreen display for the infotainment system which comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, hands-free telephone, audio streaming, USB input, and 6 speakers. They also share many of the modern conveniences found in premium vehicles including smart keyless entry with one push start system, power windows and door locks, auto power folding door mirrors. Both also share the comfort and convenience features now standard in crossovers, ambient cabin lighting, 4 bottle holders, 4 cup holders, 12-volt accessory socket, sun visors with illuminated mirrors, map lights, cargo area lights, tonneau cover. The V-Turbo CVT adds auto-dimming rear view mirrors and 2 rear USB charging ports. Honda is making a lot of local car enthusiasts happy by offering the HRV with a turbocharged engine. Honda says the brief for developing the all-new HRV was to come with a subcompact crossover that combines functionality, safety, and advanced features, sophisticated design, and superior driving experience. The 177 PS and the 240 Nm of torque from the turbocharged 1498cc 4-cylinder VTEC engine on the top-of-the-line HRV certainly helped fulfill the superior driving experience part of the brief. Although you can't say the S-CVT is a slouch with the 121 PS and 145 Nm of torque from its 1.5-liter iVTEC inline-4 engine. Only a continuously variable transmission is available in the local spec HRV with paddle shifters offering some control over gear shifts. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes to provide a comfortable driving position. It also comes with controls for audio, the HFT, the multi-information display, among other things to make motoring more convenient. The V-Turbo CVT powertrain offers 3 driving modes, Econ, Normal, and Sport, much appreciated in these times of spiraling fuel prices. On Sport mode not available in the S-CVT, the HRV is a truly fun drive. The HRV rides road imperfections well with front McPherson struts and axle-type suspension in the rear. The suspension also provides a stable ride even when taking switchbacks on Sport mode. The all-wheel disc brake system ventilated in front comes with an auto brake hold function. The electronic parking brake does away with space-eating handbrake lever. The all-new Honda HR-V comes standard with Honda Sensing, a suite of driver assist technology with functions to give drivers a lot of confidence in driving on crowded city streets, open highways, and mountain roads. Honda Sensing includes collision mitigation braking system, adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation system with lane departure warning, auto high beam, and lead car departure notification system. Drivers will also have to get used to various tones and beeps that warn or alert them of obstacles or possible dangers on the road. Also giving confidence about being protected in the HR-V are standard safety features that include 3-point ELR seat belts with reminder for 5, front and side airbags, speed sensing door locks, ISOFIX child seat anchors. The HR-V also comes with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist, hill descent control, hill start assist, and agile handling assist.
Whether the turbocharged VTEC or just the iVTEC engine, the all-new HR-V should heighten the senses with its looks, advanced driver assist and safety tech, and comfort and smart connectivity features. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Hi, this is Sydney from SpeedLab, and today I'm going to teach you how to look at a dyno chart, read and understand it. Spend enough time on the internet and online and you'll probably come across one of these when talking about performance numbers. This is called a dyno chart, and this is the most effective and straightforward way to prove that something makes power or not when it comes to engine modifications. A dyno chart basically tells you how much power and torque your car makes. That's it. It's very simple. It does not tune, it does not add power, it does not do anything except measure the horsepower of your car. It's basically a glorified treadmill for the car. So in every dyno chart, there's always two axes. One is the x-axis, which is always the RPM of the car being measured. So in this case, it's a Montero, so it's from 2,000 to 4,300. Then the y-axis here has horsepower and torque. For the Dynapack dyno chart, they split it into two. But later, we'll review another popular dyno chart that you keep seeing, which is from DynoJet. So these lines represent the number of runs in one dyno session. For the Dynapack one, each file can contain up to 6 runs, which is represented by these 6 colors. We'll start with the horsepower side. That's what everybody keeps asking, and that's what everybody sort of understands a little bit more. The first run is this red line, which is almost always here, the baseline power, which means car comes into the shop, nothing has been done, we put it here, we take a power reading of what it is. Whether it's stock or slightly modified, it's called the baseline because we haven't done anything yet. Then subsequent runs, obviously the expected is you should get more power, which is why you're having it dyno tuned in the first place or having modifications done. And this is our second run. This is a historical one, which we already did a few weeks ago with the ECU reflash. So from here, you can see the peak power at stock is around 155, which is indicated here. This is our power after reflash, which is 181. Note that the RPM is pretty much the same, 3,400 RPM. So that's the correct way to compare power actually, or anything. It has to be on the same RPM scale. Then this is what we did just now with a full exhaust installed. So we're up to 219 horsepower for this old 2009 3.2 Montero. Torque is the same way. You read the graph here. So with diesels, it always starts off high, then goes lower. But as you can see, we have a pretty big, almost 150 foot-pound of torque increase here, from 312 to 446. That's pretty big, considering, just for reference, your average Civic 6.8 only makes 100 foot-pounds of torque. Most people always quote when they get into these internet arguments is, oh, my car makes 100 horsepower because that's what the brochure says. You are only partly right. It's 100 horsepower at a certain RPM. Like for this Montero, when people ask how much power did you make? Oh, stock we make 155 at 3,500 RPM. This is important because if you look at the chart here at the bottom, you're only making 120 horses at 2,250 RPM. This part and this part almost nobody mentions. And here, towards the end of the RPM graph, you're actually only making 90 horsepower at red line of a diesel Montero. This is the number that everybody's most interested in, but this only tells part way of the story. Because here we have practically 155 to 218, that's about 65 horses. But at here, if we take these 2 points, it's actually closer to 60 horsepower. What you're most concerned about is the area in between the two charts that you're looking at. This one here. This is only 1 point, but you have to take the whole chart and the whole dyno as a whole. Same thing with torque. It starts off big, then gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go down to red line. So next time when you want to argue with your friends, you should always ask, okay, horsepower at something RPM. It always has to have that because power by nature is defined as work over time. Torque is the work that you're doing, the amount of force that you're giving. Power is time, meaning how much force you apply over a period of time. And that period of time is from 2,000 to 4,300 RPM. And the M in the RPM is minutes. So revolutions per minute. That's your measure of time. So power always has to have a length of time and the time component in between. It cannot just be, it's not a static thing like, oh, I make this much power now. Yes, but what about a second later? What about 5 seconds later? Okay, that's for the dyno chart from Dynapack. The Dynapack is actually a brand of dynamometer. The same way that you have an Orion brand ruler, you have a Century brand ruler, and a Stanley brand ruler. Different dynos have different brands, but they all measure the same thing. It's horsepower. And then this is another type of dyno. This is from DynoJet, which is you also see a lot on the internet. And this is their dyno chart. As you can see, it's also the same. You have RPM here at the bottom. You have power here at the y-axis. But you have torque here at the other y-axis. What they do is they intersperse it with each other. Same thing also, you can have multiple runs represented by multiple colors. So this is 2 runs. First run is red, second run is blue. So this is the line for power, these two. Then this is the line for torque. Same thing also, there's a pointer here that you can put here and the values here will change. Also, maximum power at, it will show you here, 180 and 146 horsepower at this RPM here, at 6,000 RPM. Then it will show you also max torque, which is somewhere here at 5,000 RPM. So once again, you read it the same way, power at RPM, torque at RPM. And as you can see, when you're only at 2,500, you're only doing about 20 horse, then it gradually gets bigger, 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 until red line. Same thing with torque. This is a gasoline engine, so your maximum torque is made somewhere here in the middle. So some torque, some torque, some torque, big torque, then torque drops off. Now, are there other brands of dynos in the Philippines? Yes, there are. If your car comes with a printout from one of these, it is unquestioned what the numbers are. Okay, so that's how you read a dyno chart, whether it's from DynoJet or Dynapack. And if you go to the SpeedLab Facebook page, I do post a lot of these things. This one, sometimes this one, because we do have a DynoJet also. And with the corresponding explanations, what these lines also mean. So yes, check it out, so you might learn a thing or two.
That's our feature in Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your electronic automobile magazine informative as well as entertaining. Check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.